Good morning, children. Today I'm going to teach you a new chapter, that is chapter 3, The Seed of Truth, written by Sudha Murthy. So before I start with the explanation of this chapter, I would like to give you a short briefing about the writer of this story. Sudha Murthy is the chairperson of Infosys Foundation. She is involved in a number of social development initiatives and is also a widely published writer. Her popular books include Grandma's Bags of Stories, The Magic of the Lost Temple, and How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, and other stories. So children, now please pay attention while I read and explain this chapter. Long ago, Gandhra was ruled by just and good King Vidyadhar. His subjects were very happy. Now in ancient India, there was a kingdom named Gandhra, and the ruler of this kingdom was Vidyadhar. He was a very honest and intelligent king, and his people, the people of his kingdom, were very happy with their king. But as the king grew older, everyone got more and more worried. The king did not have any children who would take over the reins of the kingdom after him. Now, as the king was growing older and older, now the people of his kingdom were getting very worried. They were very worried. Now, the reason why they were worried was that the king did not have any children of his own. They were worried about who would rule over Gandhara after the king's dismissal. The king was an avid gardener. He spent a lot of time tending his garden, planting the finest flowers, fruit trees and vegetables. Now Vidyadhar was an expert gardener. He spent most of his time caring for his plants in his palace garden. He planted beautiful fruit tree. He planted beautiful flower plants. He planted beautiful flower plants and vegetables, and even different types and various varieties of fruit trees in his palace garden. One day, after he finished working in his garden, he proclaimed, "I will distribute some seeds to all the children in the kingdom. The one who grows the biggest, the healthiest plant within 3 months will become the prince or the princess." Now, one fine day, when the king was tending to his garden, tending to his plants in his palace garden, what happened was he came with an idea. Now, the idea was that he would distribute some seeds to the people of his kingdom and to the children of his kingdom, and the child who grows the biggest, the healthiest plant or plant within 3 months would be the future prince or princess, would rule over Gandhara. The next day there was a long line of anxious parents and children outside the palace. Everyone was eager to get a seed and grow the best plant. Now, the next day, there was a worried line of parents and children standing out of the king's palace. Now, why were the parents worried? They were worried because they also wanted their children to become the future prince of Gandhara and rule over Gandhara. For that reason, they were very worried and very interested also in getting the seed from the king. Pingla, a poor farmer's son, was among these children. Like the king, he too was fond of gardening and growing beautiful plants in his backyard. Now, among these children, there was a farmer's son named Pingla. Now, Pingla was also very fond. He also loved gardening. Okay, he loved planting various types of plants and growing different types of trees behind his house, behind his backyard. So this boy also stood in the line to get the seed from the king. Now, who is this boy? This boy is Pingla, a poor farmer's son. He took the seed from the king and planted it in a pot with great care. Some weeks passed and he plied it with water and manure. Now Pingla, he took the seeds from the king with great care. He took the seeds from the king and with great care he planted these seeds in a pot. He gave the seeds good soil and manure. He even poured a lot of water in the plant and gave it proper sunlight. But the plant did not appear. But still this seed did not appear into a plant. Pingla tried changing the soil and transferred the seed to another pot. But even by the end of 3 months, nothing appeared. Now when Pingla saw that the seed was not growing into a plant, so what did he do was he transferred the soil and to another pot. He brought some fresh soil, again he added manure and put water, and he planted those seeds in another pot and was still waiting in anticipation that that seed will grow into a plant. But still after 3 months, a plant did not appear from that seed. So Pingla was very sad. Children, I'll explain the remaining chapter in the next class. Until then, thank you.